Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode, I'm going to be using a request build, which is going to be the Radical at Tokyo Expressway with the Group 3 Suzuki VGT engine swap. So this has been a build that took me a little while to build, which I do apologize for that. Just uploading all kinds of different content with Kingdom Hearts and Forza Horizon, but finally been able to get this build to get up together, so hopefully this build helps out. If not, I'll share in the description below of this particular car at Le Mans with its swap, so hopefully this will help out. If not, you always have a backup. So let's go and get started with this episode. Starting off the first build. First step, of course, how to get the car. You can get this car either by winning it for free at the random mini game, or you can get this car at the Brand Central for a little bit of a small fee, about 125,000 credits. It's going to be the price for the car. After you grab the car, go over to car customization if you're level 50, and you can actually purchase this engine swap only if you're collecting level 50. It's going to cost you about 325,000 credits just to get the particular engine, but let's say if you're not yet level 50, there actually is an alternative way to get this swap into your car. So what you're going to do is go home, go to tuning parts. As you can see here, here's a full list of my own personal engines. I actually have this particular engine on hand, thankfully. Just make sure you look out for this particular engine in your own personal garage, the VGT Suzuki Group 3 engine. And the two ways to look at to keep your eyes peeled is, of course, a lit up taskbar, and on the top right of that taskbar is going to have the word compatible in a white bar text. If you see that, then you're good to go. After that, you're going to select this tab. You're going to have that big paragraph right there. You can just ignore that. It's just warning you that if you do a swap, you have to rebuy all the parts for that particular new swap. So just ignore that. What you're going to do next is, of course, hit that white install button, and then once you do that, the game will ask you just one last time, just for confirmation, if you want to go ahead and do this swap or not, which actually is a pretty nice safe protocol, just in case if you accidentally do mess up and put the wrong engine in the wrong car. So there's that little paragraph. You should at least say yes once, and just like that, you'll be able to get you a free swap with that car without having to be level 50 and without having to use any credits, which is actually pretty good concerning on what engine you have and how much credits you'll save just by doing this method. So here's the rims I'll be using for this car. There's the delivery I have right there, but unfortunately I don't have the delivery on hand, so if you want to go ahead and just copy those rims, you can. After you get those rims on the car, here is my particular build for Tokyo Expressway. You can see nothing too crazy about the build, except I went ahead and put a ton of weight into the car and went ahead and nerfed the power restrictor all the way down to 70 with sport hard tires, and pivot not ballast up to 1 toward the front. But other than that, I don't see anything out of the ordinary for this particular build. If you want to copy the numbers, you can on the screen. For the second part of the list, as you can see, everything else is set to normal standards. The only thing that you see is installed is, of course, the increased body rigidity, and that's going to be it for the car. So the car overall is going to drive pretty smooth. It is a lightweight, as you can see, it's going to weigh at 2,100 pounds, and this car is going to overall drive pretty smoothly in this race. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the racetrack. Now, the race part about this car is not really the best when it comes to acceleration. It actually takes a while for it to build up speed, but when it comes to handling and cornering speed, cornering exit, cornering beginning of the turn, the car actually does handle very nicely and can carry a good bit of more speed and momentum compared to the rest of the class, which is going to give you a little bit of advantage. Plus, since you got you a Group 3 engine in your car, you also are going to find yourself having a great chance to run this race without having to worry about making a pit stop. So right there, you already have a pretty big advantage over the rest of the field, because the rest of the field has to pit at least once for some cars. But as you can see, we're making our move, toward the front a little bit slowly but surely. We're moving it toward the front. May not be as quick as other cars we've done in the past, but just give the car a couple of laps. Once the track does begin to dry up, you'll then begin to notice that you can actually push a bit harder in this car. And like I said, Sector 2, Sector 3, or the early part of Sector 3, the car should really feel very smooth, where you can actually just let gravity take control of the car, and you can just basically let the car coast in some of the corners, or you can just find yourself get back in the gas a lot earlier than usual. And another nice note is later in the run, in the race, you'll begin to notice that your car's top speed will be a little bit faster and higher because of the fuel that's burning off in the engine fuel cell. But as you can see, we're going to get ourselves a nice run against this Porsche, and that nice little apex. We'll get ourselves P6, so not too bad of a start, even though I really wish we were in the top 5, to be honest. But for what we have for this car, I still say it's not too bad whatsoever for this car. As we get to the hairpin, we're going to try our best to be on that racing line. The car was going to be a little bit tight. We're going to try to carefully get back on the power, and thankfully, when we do get back on the power, you can see we actually are pretty soon able to go full throttle. The car actually does accelerate pretty slowly, so you don't have to worry about too much on the rear tires not being able to over-rotate the car and making the car go loose. But I will admit, the car does sound pretty nice. I would recommend that if you do change gears, just make sure that bar is at least 80% filled before you're changing gears. That way you can still keep some momentum going in this car. And as you can see, going to the first corner, we're going to be pretty close to the Supra. And unfortunately, when we actually do make the corner, the Supra will come back at us, and we will have to wait on our lap to make a move. But still, not too bad of a start for this run. Let's go ahead, fast forward to lap number 6. We have officially got ourselves into the strike zone where we can actually make a move. We're going to get a great run on the RX-7. There's a little gap right there. We're going to go right through that gap, and just like that, take the lead away from the RX-7 and basically run away from the rest of the field. Here we are on lap number 8. It's going to be our fast lap around this track, so I really recommend you guys watching the HotLap just to give you an idea of what the car is doing and give you some good reference points on when to brake, when to get back on the gas, and all that good stuff. So I really recommend you watching this clip, and I'll see you guys when we get to the end of the race. As we get finished up with this race, like I mentioned before, there was no pit stops needed for this race, which is going to help a lot in this time. It's going to be overall a very smooth 26:06 for our total time for this car, so not too bad for a car that's, in my opinion, a little bit underperformed by a little bit because of the horsepower scenario. But despite that, the car did great. Got ourselves that hot lap. Got ourselves that standard bonus, and that's going to be it for today's episode. So hopefully this build helps out, and if you guys would like to check out the next preview, it's going to be using the Lamborghini Murcielago at Expressway. I thought it would be a nice time to do an up-to-date build with this car. It's been a long time since I've done this car, so I'm very much looking forward to see what I can do with this car. If you guys managed to enjoy today's episode, why not go ahead and leave a like. If you guys would like to see some of my content later down the road, either if it's Gran Turismo, or Forza Horizon, or Kingdom Hearts, why not go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. And like, I'm much looking forward to this next build, which hopefully it does help out, which I believe it will. If you want to check out the last episode I did covered in GT7, 7, there it is right there. If you want to check out that last build, you're more welcome to do so. And with all that being said, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day or night, and I'll see you guys later, and take care.